this church on February 24th, 2012, about 5 o'clock p.m. Corey Brooks, Pastor Corey Brooks, will come down from the roof of the building that you see behind me, which is an old hotel that the church shut down because it was a den of ill repute. He's been on the roof for 94 days and counting, but he comes down today after reaching the fundraising goal of $450,000. The last $98,000 which was given to him by Tyler Perry on the Tom Joyner Morning Show this morning. So in just a few moments he'll be coming down and he will address the assembled media. Thank you.
Pastor, bring it on down so we can do this thing with the community center. You see everybody out here, we're going to do a community center, businesses, and everything. We out to do this. Project Hood, helping others obtain their destiny.
The hotel manager
go to the website and find out all the information.
Letting them be like little hookers.
Really?
And we got tired of that. And then the guys got to the place where they started beating up the young girls and they were running in the church. So then the pastor decided that we could all get outside from the community. And we started coming around every Friday night. I was out here every Friday night. Because we had to shut this motel down. You're using our babies and they wasn't getting but a little money. And to me that was not fair.
So when this effort started, what kind of support did you get from the local community or the government?
The policemen have always been very nice to us because when we would be out here on Friday nights, we'd have 200 to 300 people that was out here protesting every Friday night. The policemen, you know, they would make sure that nobody bothered us. And the people that would come by, they would honk their horns, and then we had our literature to give to them to let them know just why we were doing it. And I am so grateful that our young girls were not being used anymore.
Good. So speaking of that, how long has this church been here?
10 years.
10 years?
Yeah, 10 years.
About 10 years?
Yeah, 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been 6.
And has Pastor Brooks been here the entire time? So
yeah,
I see the little meter over there, that it was a $350,000 or more. Was that mostly raised through donations directly to the church from the membership, or
from the membership, and then our close friends, people all over everywhere,
all over.
And since a lot of it was on Facebook, a lot of donations were just coming in from everywhere.
So you use a lot of social media. You use the national network media to gain support.
TV.
So now, what is the next step? What is the next step?
To tear this hotel down, make a community center, especially to help the families that have had anybody. You know, there's a lot of families that have lost children, especially the youth, to have some place to go. And here they could come to be in safe havens, just like the boys club. We wanted one on the south side, so that they don't have to go all the way downtown, way out south, all the way in the
So we're talking
suburbs.
Recreational facilities, educational facilities, community economic development centers.
Right over here. And I like it because even though I'm a senior citizen now, I love it because he's a young man. As a matter of fact, he's younger than my son. And to be able to listen to someone that all he asked God to do is just to take him forward. He said, and help him to lead the people to go forward. And that's all we want to do.
So y'all identified with his message and his spirituality and the substance of what he really had to say. And it
Is there anybody from New Beginnings that's been praying? What a mighty God we serve. What an awesome time this is. What a great night that God has given us. And what a victory that God has given to Pastor Corey Brooks. And in a few minutes, in just a few minutes. The man who's been praying for 94 days. The man who's been fasting. The man who's been interceding on behalf of this community. The man who's taught us all a lesson in they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. The man who's taught us that there is no failure in God.
Amen, amen.
In just a few moments, Pastor Corey Brooks, his wife, and his family. We are just grateful that God has given us this day, and God has made it possible. I think you see the man of the hour.
Hey!
Let's get ready. Let's hear it. 94 days on the roof. 94 days in fasting. 94 days in prayer. The Reverend Corey Brooks.
First of all, let me say thank you to everyone. Let me say thank you to everyone who has given so much support. Those of you who have prayed, and those of you who have sent cards of encouragement. Those of you who have sent emails and who have tweeted messages and things like that. I want to say from the bottom of my heart, from my heart, my family, New Beginnings Church, Southside, Woodlawn, Englewood, we want to say thank you so very much to everybody in the city of Chicago, this America, this great nation who have given. Thank you. I'm extremely grateful for every gift. The gift of a senior saint who came up on the lift and said to me, Pastor Brooks, I want to sow, I want to give, I'm on a fixed income, but here's $50 to her. I say thank you. To the kindergarten class at Masters Academy who gathered change and put their change together and gave toward this effort, I want to say thank you. To the young man who came up on the lift on a Wednesday, on a real cold day, with tears in his eyes and telling me that he was addicted to crack cocaine, and said to me, Pastor, if I could smoke crack cocaine and spend $40 on that, then surely I can spend $40 for a great cause. To him, I want to say thank you. To all the people who have given $1, $5, $10, $100, $1,000, I want to say thank you. I'm extremely grateful tonight for Brother Tyler Perry. Come on, we can do better than that. Come on, let's let him know. We're grateful to him and the Tom Joyner Morning Show.
Hey!
And we're glad and thank you for the member of our church, Tabitha, who wrote the letter to get Tom Joyner's attention. Everybody who gave and supported, I want to say thank you. It's time to celebrate. Phase 1 is completed. Purchasing this building, we're going to do that. We have the funds now. That's always been a part of phase 1. But now we want to transition after this weekend. We're going to take this time, we're going to celebrate it, and we're going to celebrate big.
Yes, yes, yes.
But after this weekend, Monday, we get back on the grind, and we start all over again, starting phase 2 to raise $15 million to build the most magnificent building you've ever seen on the south side of Chicago.
All right, all right.
And I want to thank I want to thank you, those of you who understand that it's not over. I want to thank the anonymous giver who has already pledged tonight to give $85,000. A Christian businessman from Chicago who understands that gun violence is not good for any neighborhood. I want to thank him, even though his name is not going to be discussed and I'm not going to tell his name. I want to thank him publicly for that $85,000. And it's not just people outside of our community, but even on tonight, I want to thank Michelle Red from the Building Blocks Academy, who has given a $10,000 check for phase 2. She's here tonight, and I want to say thank you to her. But the truth of the matter is, we want to remember the real reason why we're here tonight. We're here tonight not because of brick and mortar. We're here tonight because of young men who have lost their lives. We're here tonight because on any given night on the south side of Chicago or the west side of Chicago, some young black man could be killed and his life could be gone prematurely. We all agree that this type of behavior, we all agree that this type of mentality cannot go on any longer on the south side of Chicago. We need to put a stop to the gun violence so the young black men can grow up, so that they can grow up to graduate from high school, so they can grow up to graduate from college, so they can get married and have children and live the American dream, a house, a picket fence, a dog, and 2.5 children. Everybody deserves a piece of the American pie. And we want to make sure that we do our part to keep focused on our goal. And our goal is to eliminate gun violence and stop gun deaths. Not just on the south side, but the west side, the north side, the east side, the suburbs, in Chicago, Illinois, America, and even this world. Gun violence is not good wherever you look.